Hey, it's great to see you again. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Bill Benoist. I'm a certified professional career coach here in Silicon Valley. And by the way, if you're watching this video because you're in career transition or you're looking for a new job, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. That way you're not going to miss anything moving forward because I do upload new career tips and strategies every Tuesday. So in today's video, I want to share a story with you. Something that happened this past Sunday with a friend of mine, but it's a story that has occurred several times over the years with some clients that I've worked with, and I've never really talked about this in videos with this channel, and that is job offers that are rescinded. So, quick story here, but please, stay to the end, because there's a moral in this story. So my friend, she's a scientist in the biotechnology industry, and she's been working in Silicon Valley for a number of years. But about a year ago, she started looking for a new position, and she landed one with a company that was about 45, 50 miles up the freeway. So she had an apartment down here, and what she ended up doing was moving to this new area, but she actually bought a townhouse in that new area. Well, it's been a year, and maybe 2 months ago, she started looking for a new position. She just was not happy there. And you know what, that happens. It happens with many of us where, we take a position and we think we're going to be happy, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't turn out the way that we expected it to. So this happened with her, and she started looking for a new position, and she was selectively applying. I guess that would be the best way to describe this. And there was this one company, very respectable company, back down in the Silicon Valley area that she applied to, and she got an offer. She got a verbal offer. And this was a couple of weeks ago that we were talking about this, that when she told me about this offer. And I think this had happened like about a week or two before, but she was like really kind of excited about it. They were putting all the paperwork together, and she was ready to move back down to this area. She wasn't certain if she was going to sell her townhouse or use a property management company to rent it out, but she was definitely not going to commute. She was going to move back down here, and she was actually looking at a house in this area to purchase. And she had found one, and this was on a Sunday. She's telling me this story, and she said she was going in about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday to sign the papers and put a deposit down, everything that needs to be done to, go into escrow with, purchasing a house. So this was planned for Monday in the afternoon. I didn't see her the following week, but this past week I saw her, and one of the first things that I'm asking her is, I said, so, have you got the new house? Did it get through? And she says, nope. She says, I had to pull the offer. And I says, why? And she says, because the company rescinded their offer and I don't have a job down here. And I was like, oh my. Well, again, this was a very respectable company, but they had a hiring freeze that they put on, and they just simply stopped hiring altogether, even with individuals that had verbal offers pending. And I guess the moral of the story is she was smart, because she did not yet give her letter of resignation to her current company, even though she's not real happy with it. She was waiting to make sure that she had the offer in writing with a start date with this new company before she did that. But the thing is she was supposed to sign these papers like around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the company had contacted her earlier that morning, Monday morning, and gave her the news that the position was going to be on hold till maybe the third quarter of the year, which is in a few months from now. So, it still could turn out the right way. I know that they wanted her, but this is something that's happened with clients that I've worked with in the past. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen occasionally, and that is a verbal offer gets rescinded because of one reason or another. Usually it's a hiring freeze that's been put on by the company. Not always, but usually that's the case. Sometimes it could be a background check that just doesn't come through. But the bottom line is, if you are unhappy with the company that you're currently employed with, and you've just received an offer from a new company, but you cannot afford to lose your position with this company over here, then wait until that new company gives you something in writing with a firm start date. So again, I hope you found this video informative and useful. And as I said in the beginning, if you haven't yet done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification, because I am uploading new career tips and strategies every Tuesday, and I'd hate for you to miss anything. Thanks for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.